Want to say hi, James?
Hi, I'm James, and this is Mummy.
This is Mummy. You can go and play now, darling.
Okay.
Good boy. Hi, I'm Kate. I'm really sorry for the appearance today. I've had a shocking morning, shocking day actually. But I'm being real. This is what I look like. So, yeah. I'm starting this video blog because 8 wonderful years ago I had James, who you guys just met. And what I didn't know then is he would be diagnosed at the age of 6 with autism spectrum disorder, the age of 7 with hyperactive attention deficit disorder, and just recently occupational defiance disorder. That when he first got his first diagnosis, I thought, I can handle this. This is fine. When he got his second, I thought, this is going to be hard. And then with his third, it hit home a little bit more. I thought maybe I was the reason why he was like this, and maybe all the work that we'd been doing wasn't paying off and he was just getting worse. But as you can see, he seems okay today. I'm doing this page called Loving Jamie or Loving James because I feel like I can't be the only mum out there that feels so overwhelmed with a child with special needs and who has been through the ringer with schools, with getting aid funding, with people judging, with people's opinions weighing very heavily on you. All of it really, it becomes extremely hard. It weighs on you very heavily. That's why I'm trying very hard not to get upset, so I apologize if I'm pausing a little bit too much. I want to start this page purely for the fact that over the last year, I have fought so much to get James even looked at for aid funding in primary schools, in a primary school in particular, his school. He is very high functioning, which means his pragmatic language is too high for him to get an aid. Then with his extra diagnosis, I was told it should be a lot easier. That was last year. We are in this year and James has been suspended twice in 5 days for his behaviour. And I do not condone his behaviour. Let's get that straight first. I don't condone what he does at school, but he gets so overwhelmed and so frustrated that he doesn't know any better. He can't regulate his emotions. He has about 120 running through his head at the same time. And his answer to that is, this week it was spitting. He spat at a teacher and he swore. And no, that is not acceptable, but that is his way of dealing with it, his way of coping. So here we are. He's suspended today. His 8th birthday is tomorrow, but he's been suspended today. He has been punished, but what can you really do for a 7-year-old except for, taking his iPad off him and not letting him play the PlayStation? I have stuff to do today, so he's been dragged along with me all day. Oh, sorry, I'm trying not to cry. I want to make it aware of how difficult it has been, and I'm sure that I'm not the only mum going through this. I'm sure that there are hundreds of us who are being pushed around the system. Like yesterday, I had a run-in with the principal and the vice principal yet again because of lack of funding. Them speaking to me like I am to blame, and me trying desperately not to get angry and upset, but trying to explain to them that he needs an aide with him so he doesn't behave like this, so he can be taken out of class. He has a wonderful aide that's with him for an hour a day in the morning. And she is a shining star because she is absolutely amazing. She's about to become a grandmother, so to your daughter, you are so lucky to have her in your life because she is truly amazing. What are you doing?
I'm cry.
I'm not crying, I'm crying happy tears. And his teacher, she is absolutely amazing. She tries her goddamn hardest to do everything in her power to make his day happy. Why don't you go play, sweetie, okay? Go try and find Emily's iPad for me. It's in her room. She is amazing. I found that it's more the high levels up in the school where you have the problem. Like the principal and the vice principals, and they all just give you a giant runaround. They tell you that it's pretty much your problem and you need to find a solution, or they have been putting in aid funding. And I was told yesterday, well, what process do you think we need to go through, very rudely, as the principal was rolling her eyes at my husband and I. This is where it's gotten to now, where my child is too scared to go to school because he doesn't want me to cry. Honey, can you please go away? Because I'm trying to do this, okay? Go get all the biscuits off the bench before Pa comes home and steals them all. I've been struggling with what to do.
Go up the front, you can see me.
I can see you. I've been absolutely struggling at what to do. I've contacted the education department. I have been through everything. What I didn't want to say in front of James was yesterday we ended up at the police station because it got way out of line at school and school was filming him against my wishes. They cannot film a child, let alone a 7-year-old autistic child with ADHD and ODD. It's crossing so many lines. It's a breach of his privacy. It's a breach of my privacy. It must be a breach of 1,000 rules to film a child without consent. And of course, they've denied it naturally. But it's just getting to the point now of absolutely being ridiculous. I just think the process to get an aid needs to change, and there needs to be parents standing up and saying, hey, this is not on, this is not right. We need to all stand together and try really hard for these children like James and get them the help they need, because he doesn't qualify for a special school. He falls way between the gaps. He's too high functioning, his pragmatic language is too high, and he's too high functioning to apply for an autism school. And I don't think that that is a place for a child like him. And I've known children that have gone there and their parents have said that it's isolating and that it's horrible. I don't want there to be this gap anymore. I want there to be, if your child has a disability and he goes to a public school, they get all the help they need. The school are telling me that there's not enough funding, and I don't believe that for a second. I believe that they allocate funding and they don't want to allocate funding to James because they just don't want to help him anymore. It's just, I'm getting nowhere with them. I am very, very fortunate to have a very, very good support network of friends and family. Very, very lucky. I have people in my corner every single day. Sometimes their opinions weigh on me way more than they probably should, because you get all their opinions and you take them all on board, and then you feel like, is it my fault he's the way he is? Am I not doing things right? Should I be listening to their opinions more? Should I take their advice? A lot of their advice is, why don't you move him schools? But he's not a child that likes change, let alone likes moving schools. It would be extremely hard for me to do that. Oh, thank you. Did you pick this for me?
You're crying.
I'm not crying, I promise.
You want to see that?
Oh, I'm sorry, darling. He really doesn't like it when I get upset. He told me this morning that when he was a baby, he wished for me. Didn't you, buddy? Now, are you going to go and pick me some more of those little daisies so I can make a daisy chain? Oh, thank you, buddy. Good boy. Like I was saying, he is not a child that likes change, let alone moving schools. I can barely get him to school as it is, or out the door in the morning. I usually have to bribe him, which is not a fantastic way to get your child to school, but I say to him, by lunchtime, if you've been really good and you get out the door, I'll buy you a packet of Pokemon cards, or we can go to the shop after school and you can get some Mentos. Or I start a conversation. Recently it's been about Pokemon. Like, how many Pokemon cards are you going to swap with your friends today? And then we get him talking and I get him out the door. But to change him schools now, he's in grade 2, he'll be going into grade 3. And his little brother, I have 2 children, will be going into prep next year, and they're both actually quite excited to be sharing the same school together.